Let's begin now.
You know, today, I just woke up and I said, no, instead of
welcome,
waiting on
students,
a
to another
good day,
fabulous episode of Men Academy
waiting
Podcast,
around,
where I
do ups
don't
and
even
downs,
shave. I
waiting on
woke up
something
like
to happen,
2 minutes
I
ago.
just said,
Just had class, and now, not even prepared. It's the beautiful, lovely, what should I refer to you as? Aaron. Oh, Aaron. God, I wanna lick you. It's so delicious. Okay, look, let me quiet this chat room for a second. I'm not sure if you made a post on our videos, because we have a big YouTube channel. We have the Academy, we're worldwide, etc. I'm not sure if you came across our video, whether you saw something. I know I invited you for an interview to see what your views were on feminism and relationships. That's what we do, is we just talk to people around the internet, around the world. We want to get their view of what relationships are like for them, or what they think relationships should be, and how feminism is affecting that.
I think I commented on a pic. I commented on one of the videos.
Which one did you see?
Excuse me?
Which one did you see? Do you remember?
The one where she was trying to argue about the argument.
Oh, you saw one of our debates, right?
Yeah, it was a debate, and she didn't debate at all. She was like, you can't use any vulgar language at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Feminist Rage Quit. That was like one of our early debates.
Yeah,
she's
I
like,
got a link to it from Reddit somewhere. I just couldn't look at it, and I had to laugh. It was just so fun to me.
yeah, we were trying to debate her because, whenever we see a feminist who's vocal, we're like, look, I want to debate you into the ground. Let's go. Let's see how good feminism is, and then I'll tell you my views, and we'll let the public decide, because as we always, our claim is feminists are cowards. They don't want to debate anything. They don't want to put their views out there, because that's exactly why their views fail, because if you let people criticize their views, they'll see they're full of shit. And we prove it every time. This was just more proof. We couldn't even get to the substance of the debate because this stupid bitch was so adamant online. She's typing away, you guys are misogynist, you guys are dickheads, we hate you, you're assholes, you can't get a date, you live in your mommy's basement. Great. You're going to be insulting online. I'm sorry, what?
You use a small dick joke,
Small dick, you got a small dick, you live with your mommy, you're single, you're a virgin, the whole 9 yards online, type behind her keyboard. So I go, oh, she's so brave. I can't wait. Get into the debate. Suddenly she's Miss Two-Face prim and proper. Oh, we're going to have an intellectual debate. Now, the conditions are, you may not call me a bitch, you may not use foul language, you must use your P's and Q's. Oh, I'm like, is this the same person I was talking to online? Because I could have sworn you were calling me a cocksucker, small dick, loser, misogynist, lives with mommy in the basement. I could have sworn that was you. Yes? No? Oh, no. Ignore that. Let's just go. You just can't call me a bitch. I'm like, look, you cunt. You're not going to tell me what to say and what not to say. If the substance of my arguments is, yo, you're a bitch, you're a bitch, you're a bitch, people are going to see that and go, this guy, he says he's something of substance, and all he can say is name calling to this girl. He's a punk. She proved feminism was right. That would have been to her advantage if all I said was bitch, bitch, bitch. She should have prayed I just said bitch, bitch, bitch. But she wouldn't even allow me to say what I wanted to say. Unfiltered. How can I have a debate with a person who's stifling what I can even say in the debate? It's bullshit. So she rage quit. And when she left, asshole. Calling me an asshole while busy lecturing me for 20 minutes about how I'm not allowed to use bad language towards her. I mean, that's just the epitome of feminism.
Yeah, it really is. As a woman, I feel like it's just so backwards. Like, on one side of this third wave feminism, you got women saying that white cis men are raping us and this is the most horrible.
What's cis? They always use the word like cis and tradcom. That's another thing I hate about feminism is all their acronyms, all their weird language they invent. Cis, heteronormative, transgender, tradcon. It's like so many fucking terms every day. What's cis?
It's supposed to be,
It's
I won't say normal because that's supposed to be like, it's normal.
You're telling me you don't have your feminist lexicon to English?
No.
Handy?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's normal.
Normal, okay, cis, alright, cis, yeah, I heard cisgender, and then I heard tradcon, I immediately think like Decepticon, Transformers, and then I heard it was like traditional, and then what's the con part? I don't know.
But it's just backwards. Like, on one side you got that, the other side we have all these fat acceptance and fat activist movement women who just like, who are just overweight and not really seen as attractive towards men as for men. And so they go and say that the only reason that why men don't find them attractive is because of society standards and all that. You haven't heard of fat acceptance movement?
So you're trying, yeah, fat accept. How many movements are there? Everything starts with trigger warning.
Yeah,
Careful.
Trigger, it asks for PTSD people and people being like an abusive.
Yeah.
Do
There's people from Vietnam that got their legs shot off or had a grenade go off near them. They got PTSD. Hearing a word.
If you just see a thin girl in public, you gotta get triggered. You just
That's a trigger warning. There's a thin girl around. Trigger warning around. Caution. Thin girl around the corner. Don't go there. Everything is a trigger. The trigger warning should be, I'm offended. Warning.
I'm offended. I don't like that you stand and work out and blah, blah, blah. These other feminists feminism is just ridiculous and backwards. I mean, it makes no sense at all. Like,
now, how did you even find this out? Because typically women don't think about these things. They benefit from these things. So this two-faced feminist movement, the two-faced feminist philosophy benefits you. So what even prompted you to even consider that you were dealing with hypocrites or that these were hypocritical philosophies? Because you're at the benefiting end of it. You're female, so you can easily for like rape, for sexual assault issues, it's like you can do whatever you want. You can walk around with your pussy hanging out, but you don't have to be accountable for that. If you get raped, you just blame the guy. You don't have to have any accountability for any behavior, any way you tease the guy, anything you do to the guy. You're completely absolved, and you get the benefit of doing that while getting your protection from feminists who will run in if any guy says anything, you're a slut, sexually assault you, whatever. You'll always get the sympathy of feminists. So how do you go from being the recipient, the beneficiary of all this bullshit to now, like, oh, well, these women are full of shit when they're saying none of this?
Well, more than anything, I believe in logic.
What?
More than anything else.
Well, the next logic move is for you to pull your tits out if you believe in logic. So I don't think you strictly believe in logic.
I believe in, I wouldn't tease a guy.
You're teasing me now. I can see your delicious shoulders. All I can think about is, you're for the audience that can't see, you're wearing a gray tank top, and all I can think about is, God, I want to suckle on those juicy black Hershey's Kisses shoulders.
The movement is just backwards to me. I mean, it just have some kind of boundaries. I mean, I get that.
Whoa, say that again. Say that again. It was Blackanese. Bring it into English.
You gotta have some kind of boundaries.
Okay.
Okay, like, I'm not gonna go outside with, I might wear a tank top like this with some Nike shorts. I might go outside and go for a run or something. I might get some stairs, I might not. I'm not gonna go outside butt naked and expect nobody to look at me, nobody to want me. For feminists to say that this is the right thing for women to do, it's just backwards. I mean, it's just stupid. And then with the others, it's just with them trying to blame men for everything. It doesn't make sense either because, I mean... Yeah,
but how did you come to this view? Because most women are indoctrinated in just the opposite. They're told, like, you can wear whatever you want, but if he looks at you too long, he's a rapist. How dare he even be attracted to you? That's disgusting. That's perverted. How did you go from that to, to realizing that, oh, wait a second, I'm wearing something sexy, guy's gonna look. How did you even realize that? How did you go from there to there?
It's just stupid to me. Like, I can't get with it. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm raised in the South, and I was always expected to be a lady, to cross my legs, to wear dresses with moderate length, and also because I used to be a model when I was 14.
Are your legs crossed right now?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, God, I can't. I want to grab those thighs and just slowly unbend them.
But to me, you gotta have some kind of boundaries. You can't expect to just walk outside naked and just not let people stare at you, or it's just stupid.
So how did you learn that? Did you learn that from guys staring at you and realizing that, or somebody told you, hey, it's kind of stupid that, you're walking around naked and guys are staring at you?
I'm with like-minded people who feel the same way, but I pretty much came to my own conclusion. I mean, people gonna look at me regardless. I don't really see it as eye raping or any of that. It's because they gonna look at you regardless.
I think like obviously you're gorgeous, but the prettier women that get the attention already, they get the attention from men, they're not as angry as like a lot of the women in the feminist movement. Like it's always hilarious to me when I see like a 400-pound chick saying, yeah, we're unsafe at night. Like, she's probably the safest person at night. No guy is gonna give her any attention. So I always see like these girls who don't get this attention. They're very abrasive. They're ugly. They don't take care of themselves. They look like dudes with wigs, and they're the ones complaining the most about sexual assault. It's so bizarre to me.
I struggle to understand it as well, because like they're fat, unattractive, have no kind of self-esteem and standards at all, but yet they holler about some men out raping them, or they don't feel safe, or that they want to go in public naked, no matter how they look, or people should accept them who they in society, should not care about when they look and all that. It's just stupid. I mean, I care how I look. I mean, I go to the salon.
I care how I look. I'm sad I'm not shaved right now. I'm like, oh, I want your panties to be wet. I don't want you nuzzling on my gristle right now.
And I like the pitch for men. I mean, I'm a human female. I'm a sexual being. I like a pitch for men. I like it.
Yeah, but it's like symbiotic. I give you the attention to feel beautiful because I want you. And as a woman, as a feminine woman, you want the attention to feel needed, to feel necessary, and then your legs spread. It's a perfect marriage of chase and chasee. I get turned on by chasing you. I want you. That's my male side. I'm making a demand. I'm leading the relationship. I'm telling you what I want. And as a female, today's women are taught, go get it, girl. You're strong and independent. You don't need a man. You need to get out there, put your foot down. You're the unattractive bitch. You're the sarcastic cunt who won't shut up. You're the naggy housewife. You might even be a pretty girl, but I'm talking to this girl who's really pretty, the other day, and after about 10 minutes, I'm like, I can't stand this cunt. I went from, I can't wait to bend you over and put it in your ass to, please kill me, because if you say another stupid, I'm too cool for school sarcastic joke, my dick will not only go limp, I will go into a coma and I will kill myself. I could not take her. And I don't think what these women realize is that, you can be physically attractive, but it really needs to be backed up by your personality. And if you don't have a feminine personality, you're trying to take a feminine body and shove a masculine personality into it and be this aggressive, dominant, I'm too cool for school guy. It's a complete turnoff. It's a complete mismatch. It's like having a beautiful woman and then pulling down the panties and seeing a penis. You're like, oh, everything's ruined. It's the ultimate fly in the soup. That feminist attitude is the ultimate fly in the soup for a beautiful woman.
It really is. When I hear a woman open her mouth and speak something like that, I just can't get with it at all because it's just stupid. I mean, I just can't hang with stupidity. It's just unattractive and stupid.
Yeah, so this is exactly what we've been combating at this academy. We have a sister academy. It's called Chick Academy. But there's not really a lot that women can do because really it's on men. Because men are the leaders. Men are supposed to govern the relationships. That's how women get turned on to even be in the relationship.
I like a dominant relationship.
Every woman likes that. But there's a lot of women who don't realize that. You realize that because instinctually you're being honest with yourself. Some women.
I like somebody to take care of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'll get a job, but I like to know that somebody provides me and be there equally and have more money to be made. I like a dominant relationship.
Listen, even the women who are feminists. I've dated feminists before. They're like, look, we need to have equal partners, 50-50. Everybody has a hand on the steering wheel. I'm like, no, bitch. If everybody has his hand on the steering wheel, we both crash. I drive. You sit there. All right. Here's what happened. First part of the relationship, you're such an asshole. You're so mean to me. Blah, blah, blah. What's that?
I gotta get together then.
Listen, the feminist tendencies don't come out until later on in the relationship. Everybody puts their good foot forward.
Yeah,
we're flirty, we're telling jokes, everything's just no problem. Then we get to decision making time, and that's where the bitch comes out. Where no, we're doing this. Look, I'm the guy, you're the girl. I definitely want to hear your input. But I'm going to have the final say because I'm the guy in the relationship. And if I let you have the final say, over time, I won't even have any authority in this relationship to tell you what to do. And if I can't tell you what to do, if I can't govern you properly, like the United States of America has Barack Obama telling the citizens what to do, if I can't do that, we're going to have chaos. And the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose respect for me, which means you're not going to fear my authority. I come in the room, you're going to do whatever you want. There's going to be no boundary. Just like if you go into your parents and you don't fear your mom and your dad, if you're just do whatever you want around your mom and dad, you have no fear of their authority, which means you're not worried about them spanking you. But if you come into a room and you're like, I need to have at least a certain standard of behavior. There's a certain boundary on me put by my parents. And if I violate that, my dad's going to be on my ass or my mom's going to be on my ass. So if that's not there in the relationship, don't have that fear of their authority. Next thing to go, that's the first thing to go, the respect, the fear of the authority. Next thing right after that, the love, the affection. Because you're just going to be like, suddenly for some reason, I'm just not attracted to this guy anymore. I'm just not attracted. I just feel like a buddy to him. That's because there's no fear. People don't realize without the fear of the authority, without the fear of the man being in charge and having the boundary and worrying about violating that boundary, trying to make sure you're not violating that boundary. If that fear isn't there, that healthy fear isn't there, just like you have a healthy fear walking near a cliff, you're like, you're not worried the cliff's going to beat, or you're not worried gravity's going to beat you like a domestic violence incident, but you're cautious around that cliff. You're not going to violate that cliff and act like a fool around that cliff because you could fall off. If you're just like, I'll just do whatever I want, you could fall right off and be dead. That's the ultimate consequence. That's the ultimate spanking. So because you don't want that spanking, the closer you get to the cliff, the closer you get to that boundary, the more careful you are. Right? When you're not near a cliff, you're like, just party time. But as you start walking towards the cliff, you start, whoa, don't fuck around. I'm getting near the edge. That's a healthy fear because that saves you from falling over. Same with a relationship. When you're with a guy and you're like, baby, I'll joke with you, but when it's decision making time or when he's putting his foot down saying, don't fucking cross the line. Oh, sorry, honey, you're in charge. If you don't have that healthy fear, the next thing to go is the love. Because that is the basis for that love to even exist. If you don't have that healthy fear, there's no reason to even love this guy. The affection will go over time. People are like, they can fall in love with a guy. Oh, this guy's really handsome. He makes money. He's responsible. Steady job. Great guy. I'm in love on paper. We get together. I'm still in love with, I have like affection for him. He's sweet. He does things I want. But over time, she's going to realize there's something not there. Just not into him for some reason. Over time, oh, I'm in charge. I'm making all decisions. Pressure's on me to make decisions.
Yeah.
I'm just not into it. After a while, breakup time. And they never know why. These women, they're less like, I just wasn't into it. The relationship just took its course. It didn't take its course. It never started. Never started. So that's what we're trying to educate women, that it's not really them that are at fault right now. They are part of the problem, but it's the men we need to educate to govern the women properly. Either they're extreme abusers, or like Adolf Hitler in the relationship, so women get turned off by all authority. Like, no, I was in an abusive relationship. I don't want any man in charge of me. That's understandable.
Yeah, it is.
Or they're with a guy who's a total complete puss. The other extreme, which is, honey, we'll do whatever you want. Honey, what do you want? How can I make you happy, honey? Right? The fucking deferential, deferring, yes, ma'am guy putting you on a pedestal. So it's either extreme. Really bad authority. You don't know how to exercise it. You're just a dictator. It's all just me. I'll beat you if you don't do what I want, right? Just a guy who is just telling you, look, you do it or I'll kill you. You do it or you just because of me. I'm only looking out for me. That's a bad leader. Equally is the non-leader, the guy who's just like, honey, whatever you want. You're in charge. You're in charge of the relationship. He may not say it with words, but he's definitely going to say it with his actions, right? So there's two extremes. So women are just encountering this total complete dickhead or this passive spineless worm guy, and they're like, those are my two choices? No, I'd rather be alone. So it's understandable that women want to be alone by themselves rather than end up with this complete, utter dickhead who is only out for himself, or this passive, spineless, wormy guy who just disgusts them and makes their skin crawl. So we're teaching guys how to be in charge, set that line, that limitation in their and boundary in their relationship, so women have a healthy fear, and they're like, don't fuck with this guy. But yet, they're meeting the woman's need. Like the spineless guy is trying to do, but they're doing it correctly. They're saying, don't cross this line, and then everything's going to be roses. Everything's going to be candy. I am going to take care of you. I am going to meet your needs. When you have that nice combination of in charge, but meeting the needs of the woman, oh, it's perfect. Your pussy will never get wetter. It'll be like farming irrigation, just like a steady drip system throughout the day. Throughout the day, you're thinking, I wonder where his cock is. I wish it was in my mouth, because this guy is so in charge of this relationship and is governing it so well. I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home. That's what she's thinking throughout the day. I love it when a girl calls me and says, I've been thinking about sucking your cock. Oh, nothing sexier than a woman dwelling about sucking your cock while she's at work. I'm trying to work, baby, but all I can think about is your cock on my lips. Oh.
I mean, I'll do it. Like, if I'm in a relationship, I'll do it. But, like, I mostly do it to please him.
Yeah,
you need pleasure for me.
Listen, if you're with a guy who turns you on, that turns you on. I've been with women who don't suck dick. They're the girls who, I don't suck dick. I don't do that. No, I've never done that. I don't do that. No, the reason why they don't do it, number one, culturally. They could just be raised around people who just go, oh, that's disgusting. I don't do that. And they just agree with that. Okay, over time. That's one case. The other case is the guy is so emasculated, he doesn't know how to even get that. He doesn't even know how to even warrant that. Like, I've been in a relationship with a girl by the way, she was also the feminist. She's like, I just don't do that. I don't do that. Once I was in charge, and she's doing it, now she's turned on by it. She didn't realize she would be turned on by it. It was just disgusting in her mind.
Was she still a feminist after y'all broke up?
No. Listen, you can't, once you date me, you're not the same. That's how you know the guy's in charge, because with a girl, I've had girls say, oh, I've dated guys who are in charge, it just didn't work out. No, because once they come to me and I'm dating them, they're still aggressive cunts. If they're still aggressive cunts, that tells me about the last guy. A girl is only a bitch in proportion to how much of a bitch this guy is. So it's like inverse proportional. It's like, if this guy's in charge, she's submissive, she's feminine, she's tender. Every guy would love to kill to be with her. If he's a pussy and he's emasculated, she becomes a bitch. It's like a power vacuum. It's like, without that authority to be in charge and govern the relationship, she has to, by default, take over that empty space and become the bitch, become the governor. She doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be a bitch. No girl wants to be a bitch. But if men are emasculated, it allows the woman to be the bitch.
Great.
That's what we're teaching guys here. We're teaching them how to properly govern a relationship.
I'm glad I found this. I like this whole movement and stuff. I mean, because I feel like this whole third way feminism is kind of poisonous. Like,
it is poisonous. It's so bad to meet women who've been poisoned by feminism. They have they don't have the feminine flavor. Like, it's very hard to see the sad thing is for guys, they don't even know what feminine is. They think like a sarcastic, cunty chick is feminine, but they don't realize what real feminine is. They've been taught real feminine is bad. Oh, if a woman is submissive, it's like a well-behaved child. If you have a well-behaved child, are you like, fuck, this child's a robot. I can't love a robot. It's so bad. The child just does what I said. It behaves. I can't love this child anymore. It's completely stupid. Parents would beg for a well-behaved child. Same with a submissive woman. People think like the woman loses her personality or she just becomes a wooden robot. No, nothing could be farther from the truth. That's like saying, I'm a good employee because I'm a robot. No, I'm a good employee because I do a good job. That makes me a good employee. I'm good at my work. People want me there. I'm happy to be there. That's all the things that contribute to me being a good employee. Just like me being a good submissive woman, it makes me feminine. Guys think about me. Guys pine after me. We have a good relationship. I can talk to my man, etc. It's not a bad thing to be submissive, but in this culture, we've been taught, I was taught, you don't want a submissive woman. She's a pushover. It's horrible. No.
I was taught that women should be submissive, be in the kitchen and cook up something and always wear a dress and cross your legs.
You should be submissive to a guy who warrants and deserves your submission. You shouldn't be submissive to just because. You should be submissive because a guy's in charge. There's a reason you're submissive. If he's not in charge, there's no reason for you to be submissive.
That's why like somebody can take charge of me. I mean, I don't agree with this feminist anyway because they try to make it seem like men are the enemy. Like,
yeah,
this is a perfect sex thing. Like if a man has sex with them but apologizes the whole time for being a man.
It's exactly what you see in movies today. The guy's like this geeky, nerdy, stumbling over his words guy, always apologizing. Oh, I'm such a screw up. And then somehow she falls for him. Like this nerdy, ridiculously emasculated guy who's always deferring to her. This Michael Cera character, right? The Michael Cera character.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's so awkward. It's cute. I'm in love now. That's what every guy's thinking. That's what every guy's picturing. My personality's fine. I'm already the nerdy, awkward, apologizing guy. I'm ripe for the leading role. I'm ripe for romance. No. They're trying to capitalize on the nerd fantasy. If I'm just nicer, it'll work out. That's what I thought. I just write a better poem. I just need to write a longer poem to this chick who put me in the friend zone when I was in high school. My first experience with girls. I thought, I can't wait. I used to make the most custom-made gifts, right? Every gift I made by hand. Listen, if I was in charge, it would be the most romantic scene ever because I made beautiful gifts. I didn't buy shit. I made it all. And I put the effort into that. If you got a present from me, your pussy will get wet. It's such a beautiful present. But listen, I'll give you one. This was a lame one I made. Okay, this is the. I had a big box, right, wrapped in paper. It was just newspaper, like huge box, just wrapped in newspaper, and a little note on there saying something poem with it rhymed and etc. Then you open that up, and then a smaller box with like teddy bear wrapping and a different bow, and then another little envelope on their card said something getting closer, warmer, rhymed and all that, clever, etc. And then you open that up and then a smaller box and so on. So it was about like 5 boxes until you got down to the smallest little box. And it's a gold box, custom lid, hand-cut little tiny mini ribbon with a little tiny bow on it, little card saying, since this is our first blah, 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 instead of a kiss, how about a hug? And you opened up inside a little Hershey's hug. Not expensive, because I knew at least I was smart enough, don't buy a woman's love. I'm not going to give her a fucking ring or jewelry, but something sweet from my heart, which is, I want to give you a hug. And you open up, it's a little Hershey's hug. The whole effort to get to that little, that's low-end present I got. That's low-end present. I mean, imagine the high-end presents I made. I mean, So, I gave that to her, and she said, oh, that's so nice. But the only reason she said that's so nice is because it was like if I was a waiter giving her the check. Here's your check. Oh, thanks. Or I gave her the breadsticks. Oh, here's breadsticks. Oh, thanks. It's not, oh, breadsticks. Thank you, waiter. You're so amazing. Thank you for all the breadsticks you give me. I was the waiter in the relationship. I was just this guy hanging out, waiting around, waiting to be liked, hanging out. Friend zone, broken heart. The worst. I learned.
I bet you did.
I learned my lesson. Well, I sort of learned my lesson. It took a long time, but that was my first big lesson. And just being this guy who's just this pushover guy, not working out. Not working out.
How did you get to be more like masculine and more in charge?
It was so many fucking mistakes. It was so much of, this has got to work. Maybe this is just a fluke, and trying it over and over, and like, something's wrong here. Then just over time I was dating and fucking up, making mistakes. I'd get into these like short-term relationships and like you just have sex, but it just wouldn't go anywhere. And I was like, why aren't the girls interested? Why aren't the girls interested over time? And then I just was like, fuck bitches, fuck these hoes, fuck these cunts. And then I had like a shocking result, and I was like, why? I say, fuck these cunts. I'm getting farther than when I said, put these cunts on a pedestal. These cunts are great. Like, why am I getting a better result just totally dismissing girls versus being so pining on the girls? At first I thought, well, you just gotta be the dick. I think that's it. Just be a dick. But then I realized that the relationship were never strong because just being a dick didn't make them stay there over time. I mean, eventually they're like still complaining. So it wasn't like just being a dick, but there was something to saying fuck these women. But it's not the fuck these women part that I had put the two and two together like much later on. It was that I wasn't saying, honey, where do you want to go? I was finally saying, honey, I want to go here. That was what made the light click. When I finally realized it wasn't that I was saying fuck women, I was saying, if you're not on board with me, fuck you. I want you to be on board with me. I want to tell you how much I like you. I want to take you on long walks on the beach. I want to take you on picnics. I want to hold you tenderly. I want to tell you what I'm thinking about. But on the condition that you're not a cunt. On the condition that I'm in charge. On the condition that I get to make decisions. Out, trailer. I'm in the middle of an interview. I'm in the middle of an interview and you're cock blocking me. Oh, holy shit. Hold on. Let me lock this romantic meeting. I got a hard dick here. I got your wet pussy. And this guy's coming. Hey, what are you doing, bro? What's going on? Fuck.
I'm going to get my computer charger.
Yeah. Oh my God. She's taking a break to get the charger. Just saw that body walk away. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh. Such deliciousness. If only you guys out there in interview land, in YouTube land, could see what I'm seeing today. If only you were in charge of your relationships, you would get to see this delicious vixen, this delicious creature that I'm getting to see. You would get to interact with this yumminess that I get to interact with if you were in charge of your relationships. This is the whole reason why we exist. And it's not just with girls. I'm sorry, I'm talking to YouTube people out there. 1 second. It's not just with girls. It's with guys too. If you want to form friendships, you're lonely. You know, I'm lonely. I need people. If you want to get that relationship need met with both men and women, that's where our academy exists. To teach you how to form relationships so you could be together with people. You could have romantic relationships and you can have bros that have your back. What you've always wanted. This is what we teach here. You plug in? You get your cord?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Oh, I love seeing you get up. Oh, seeing that lilty figure. Oh, mamma mia. Okay, so where do we leave off here?
You told me about your gifts and how you take charge of your relationship.
Yeah, so once I realized that, I was like, oh, now it's coming clear. The more I am starting to care about what I want, the more I'm able to meet her needs, ironically. Because at the end of the day, what I need, not just what I want. You know, you could want a car, you could want a house. That's irrelevant. What you need is what everybody needs. This is what the big realization I had was, I need a relationship. At my core as a human being, I need people. I need a relationship. And when I realized I had a need and it was fruitless, it was pointless to say, I'm above it. I don't need relationships. I don't need women. I don't need men. I can just make it on my own. Once I realized that was a lie that never did work practically, it was just to kind of soothe a damaged ego or hurt self-esteem, whatever you want to call it. Once I realized I needed relationships, I realized other people need them as well. Women, men, both need relationships. So the only difference is now I'm able to state that I need it. You know, people are so afraid of saying I need a relationship. I need you. Because they're always worried about that famous little word we hear in pop culture. Don't be too needy. Utterly fucking retarded. What they're really saying is don't meet somebody's needs if they're not going to meet your needs. That's what needy is. Needy is a misnomer. It's the wrong term. Everybody's needy. Everybody has needs. The difference is, how do you go about getting the need? That's the key. Because if you're just saying, here's you, here's you, here's you, here's you, don't worry about me. I don't exist in the relationship. Then you really don't exist. If you're a person who can't make a demand and say, I need you to do this. If you can't do that, then you're really not qualified to have a relationship. You're not qualified to be in a relationship. Because in order to make a relationship work, there has to be a symbiotic back and forth where your need... Yes, you have to get. For whatever you give, you have to get. It has to be It's like this. You have a pussy, I have a penis. I used to think of like, as a guy, as a emasculated guy growing up, I'm fucking you and thank you for letting me fuck you. My penis is going in your vagina and I'm like, thank you for letting me fuck you. But you're getting fucked. I never realized you're getting fucked. You're getting my cock. You're getting a guy who's in charge of you, who's making you feel good, who's protecting you, who's loving you, who's caring for you. You're getting fucked. I'm not just getting your pussy. You're getting fucked. It's a mutual meeting of needs going on. Wow. Even like our base function here, having sex, even in that function, we see the truth. I'm getting pleasure and you're getting pleasure. I'm giving you and you're receiving it, but it's a mutual pleasurable thing that's happening. Your need is getting met, my need is getting met. It's not one way or just the other way. It's both. And that is the relationship. Wow, what an eye-opener to see. You, your need, me, my need, they're one thing. The relationship is two people. I hate when people talk about relationships as, hey, you're bad with money, sucks for you. But you're my girlfriend, let's go out. What? If she's bad with money, she's gonna have stress. She's gonna piss away her means for survival. But yet she's your girlfriend? You don't think that's gonna affect you? That's like saying, oh, you're bad at brushing your teeth. You have cavities. Your breath smells like shit. Too bad. You're my girlfriend, but too bad. Better take care of your teeth. I don't know what to tell you. Guess what? Dumb fuck. You gotta kiss her. It affects you. It affects the relationship.
Yeah. As a relationship, it has to be mutual, and you have to agree on decisions like that. Even if one person is more in control, the other person, you still have to agree on some mutual decision. It's two people.
It's not mutual. This is not what you're getting. You haven't had a functional relationship yet. No. Here's how we come to a decision. Good or bad, I'm making the decision. Good or bad, I'm making the decision. If I'm a good leader, I'll get your input, because obviously I'm in the relationship with you. But I'm definitely not letting you make the decision. I'm making the decision. And if I let you make decisions, it's under my authority. For example, if we have kids and I say, hey, go do this with the kids, right? You're telling the kids what to do. You're in charge of the kids, but I'm in charge of you. You're like a deputy. I'm the sheriff. You're the deputy. You're under my authority. I want you to take care of the kids a certain way. So when we're making decisions, it's not mutual. It is my decision because I'm in charge. I bear the responsibility for this relationship. But in order to even make sure the relationship is maintained, I got to make sure I'm taking care of your needs in the relationship. So when I'm making decisions, I'm really not making decisions for me. I'm making decisions for us. So it's not a mutual decision, even though it mutually affects us. So I got to make sure I'm making decisions that benefit the relationship, which means they benefit both of us, which means I have to make necessity-based decisions. I can't just make, I want this. Like I say, I want a car. And I can't afford a car. I'm just bad with money, right? Well, I got the final say. You may say, honey, we can't afford that because we don't have the money. We don't have the means. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I say what I want. I do what I want. I'm in charge of the relationship. I make decisions. So I go buy the car. Now, because I'm the man, I'm in charge of the relationship. That's the principle. So I get to make the bad decision that I just made. But here's what I will learn. I bought the car. Now we're out of cash. Now we lose our home. Or we suffer financial difficulties and we can't go out with our friends, we can't do this and that, whatever consequences we suffer. But now the relationship suffers. You suffer, and because you're suffering and you're in the relationship with me, I have to suffer as a result too. So I'm the dumbass. Even though I'm still in charge, right? I made a bad decision. But I have to bear the accountability. When the bill collector comes, he doesn't come knocking looking for you, he comes looking for me. When people blame me for bad money management or I'm living beyond my means and there's some consequence that comes down the road, the government comes knocking, they don't come looking for you. They come looking for the decision maker, me. I am the buffer between you and the punishment. I get to bear the punishment for my bad decision for this relationship. So it's heavy responsibility. That's why I have to learn how to govern properly. That's why it's good to listen to the person in the relationship, because I'm making a decision on our behalf, on both of our behalf, for the relationship to work. So that's what you haven't experienced yet, and that's what I want you to experience. That's what I want all people to experience. I want you to experience being in a relationship and being able to trust the guy who's making decisions on your behalf. And also, more importantly, I want to train guys to learn how to make those decisions and how to make decisions that are smart, that are necessity-based, that benefit both of you in the relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what we're doing here.
I think I'm doing a good thing, man.
How have your relationships been? You tell me about your relationships. How you thought they should have been growing up? Because you're from the South. You have the more.
I don't have many like serious relationships because
you have more of the traditional upbringing, right?
Yeah. Not really dating for real until maybe like high school, into high school. But I haven't really serious relationship. I just got in college like last year.
Uh-huh.
And I've been in a serious relationship since January of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. This is the first like.
Oh, I can't wait till you break up and I move in. Oh, I can't wait.
This is the first like. It's pretty much the first serious relationship I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been with somebody who makes me feel this way, who I can see all the time, and we just click. I just like being with him. He likes being with me.
Right.
I like being pretty for him and dressed up for him and all that. I just like it. I like being a woman.
You might have a leg up because at least the black community is not it's not that they aren't emasculated, but they're not as emasculated as the white community. So
I get a lot of shit from being seen as black though.
From who? From women? Black women?
Yeah, because in our culture, you gotta be bigger.
Gotta have that big ass. Yeah, even guys I know here, they're like, I want a girl with a big ass. I'm like, I don't want a big ass girl. I want a girl with a nice shaped booty, but I don't want her large and in charge.
It does not make you attractive. It's just ass fat on your butt.
Yeah, I want to see that, but I want to be able to grab that juicy butt, but I don't want to I don't want to, this big pumpkin thing just coming out at me.
But, I mean, you need to be harder in the black community to have a serious relationship because, you know, like a lot of us baby daddy, blah, blah, all that. Nobody really believes in serious relationships in the black community.
Unfortunately for black culture, it's make sure your pimpan is strong, which means doesn't translate into like long-term relationships. It's as many as I can relationships.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. That's the main reason why I did not have any serious relationships like in high school or stuff like that. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't like that at all. Like, I don't want a guy to just hit it and be done, get pregnant, and not be single. Yeah,
but unfortunately, that's all they sing about in black culture is hit it and quit it. How many hoes do you have? And even women, unfortunately, are being influenced and starting to sing about, like, I gotta get mine too, gotta get my pussy to wax off and blah, blah, blah.
I can't get with any of that.
Listen, even the girls rapping about it can't get with it. Like, ironically, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're rapping like they're hard and they get all the men and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to their real life, they're like, why is this guy cheating on me? Like, they don't understand. They're the ones perpetuating the cheating.
Exactly.
So that's it? That's all you're going to tell me about this relationship?
What can I say?
I don't know. I want to hear what your ideal is of the relationship, or how you got, what were your relationships like before?
Before then, I didn't really have any serious relationships. It was just like maybe we'll go together for like a month or something, and then we just get bored of each other. Like, it would just fizzle out.
We get bored, or you get bored?
I almost like get bored because I can chase more than anything. I like lead up to it, and when I actually get into a relationship, it's just boring.
Because, well, the relationship isn't boring. Let's correct that. You like the chase, you like the lead up into getting into the relationship, but once you get there, you find him.
Yeah.
You find out what he's really like. That's what you're really bored of.
Yeah, like when you're dating with somebody, they just only show the good parts of themselves, like they're funny, blah blah, nice, good looking, all that.
You're like, oh, this guy's really funny, and then you get in a relationship, you're like, oh, this guy's so funny because he's trying to please me. He's just like a clown here dancing and hoping I'll clap.
So none of them, they all just fizzled out. With him, I like it because I don't really know why we stayed together so long. I mean, I love him, of course, but like somehow we just stuck. Like we just clicked. Like
well, here could be a possible problem. Listen, he might be in charge. That might be it. I doubt it because that's not a common thing. Maybe. Not to say that guys aren't there that don't know how to be in charge of a relationship to some degree, right? So maybe in charge, or it may just still be a fresh relationship. I mean, you can get attached to a guy if he's meeting your needs, but if he's not meeting that main need, which is to be in charge of you in a relationship, if he's not meeting that main need, over time, that'll show. It'll show either when you have a problem, when there's a major decision that needs to be made, some bridge that needs to be crossed, or some bridge that's broken that you need to get across somehow, and somebody needs to figure out how to get across it. If there's some problem that comes towards a relationship, money issue, death in the family, whatever, we'll see.
Yeah, we haven't had any major issues.
Yeah, well, it's all gravy. Fine, but the real test comes when there's a problem. Then we'll see how stable your relationship is. Because at the beginning, everybody's fine. Even, emasculated relationships where guy's a total puss and maybe the girl's into him. He's a great looking guy. We do fun things together. We go out and travel, blah, blah, blah. Right? Everything's fine for the first part. But it's when the problem comes. That's when you see if it's stable.
Yeah,
You listen, just like guys at our academy, they always say like, I don't care about this guy. I don't want to be friends with any of these guys at the academy. I don't care about him. I have no reason to care about him. They're just strangers. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You have no reason to care about him. All I want you to do is train correctly. I want you to govern this relationship correctly, and then they'll give you a good response. That will cause you to care. So if a guy is properly governing a relationship, he'll do the things necessary. He'll make the decisions that need to be made. And when he makes those decisions, you will respond positively. And that positive response will cause him to start caring. Just like when you fall in love with a guy, he has to do certain things. Once he meets a certain set of conditions, you start caring about him. Right? Before you didn't care about him. He's just a stranger. Now you care about him. Same with any relationship. Proper governing causes people to care. The care isn't just like spontaneously, I'm supposed to care about everybody. No, it doesn't work that way. So you not caring about something, don't worry about it. If he's governing the relationship properly, you will care. You will have the sympathy required. If not, that'll be a sign that he's not governing the relationship properly. If you just continue to not care, not have sympathy, not have this, not have that, that's a strong indication there's a leadership problem.
I agree.
I'm glad you agree. We'll find out. I don't like agreement. I don't like theory. Too much theory. We need real life application.
We'll see.
We'll see. Woo!
I'm not hoping anything bad happens, but we'll see if it happens.
We'll see. I'm hoping something bad happens, so you come back here and like, oh, here she comes running in my arms. Oh, I can't wait to squeeze you. Oh. Tell me about what you think of the academy. You've heard a debate or two. You've seen a little bit. What do you think about our academy?
I don't like it. I mean, because you can't really be, you can't just be like everybody else and just talking nice about it and trying to step around the issues and like not being direct about it. Y'all are direct, y'all brash, y'all forget.
Nobody talks about They're like the most important thing to our lives, and all the conversation around the problems are censored. You can't even have the conversation we're having. If I said a guy needs to be in charge, I would be thrown off the show. You couldn't have the conversation. We couldn't even talk about guys. I mean, we have problems like we have $1 billion porn industry where guys just have their shorts around their ankles at night and they're jerking off.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. We can't even talk about that problem.
Yeah. I just like this whole concept of y'all trying to teach guys be better leaders and stuff like that, and going against feminism, because I feel like a lot of people are just accepting it just because, or they don't really understand feminism, so they just
think, oh, women are being oppressed, equal rights, that's feminism.
Yeah, they just think women are finally speaking out, it should be a good thing. We're not really really looking into like what feminism is actually doing.
The consequences and what they're really selling. Yeah, I always tell them, look, the reason why you should trust our academy is because we're willing to face the critics, we're willing to debate the critics, and we're willing to let the public decide on what we teach. The reason why you should never trust feminism or any other group that operates like them is because you should always be wary if somebody doesn't let you test what they're teaching. If somebody doesn't let you critically examine what they're teaching, right? If they hide it from the public, don't trust it.
Yeah.
Don't trust it. Oh, I want to hear more about you. I only got you for a couple more minutes.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm a college freshman. I'm an early education major. I have a scholarship. I live alone on campus. I live across from 4 guys. They're real curves, too. I'm better listening to you right now.
I can't wait to peek in your apartment. What are they doing? Like, got a front seat on the window?
When I unlock my door, I live like right across from hall.
Right.
When I unlock the door, they look at their peephole and like watch me unlock my door. It's really
cool. You know, they're at home at night with the Kleenex and the lotion. Just, Aaron. Oh, wish I could bend you over, Aaron.
And I say weird stuff to me, like, because my roommate moved out like in January, so I live alone now. So they always saying weird things in one bedroom. I try to ignore it. It's just some real curves.
What's he saying? I want to put your skin over my body. I want to sew a human costume out of you. What are they saying? Tell me. They're saying weird stuff.
Like, they asked my boyfriend, and it was like, I bet you're glad her roommate moved out, or something like that. That's so weird. And so, like, they'll have parties and stuff on, like, Friday and Saturday. And that's the day that we usually come over. So we'll purposely have, like, really, really loud sex. It's like,
loud sex.
They'll all get really quiet.
Oh, they're like, yeah.
Oh. And they're also ugly, too. Like, I I have to understand, but it'll probably be better if they're attractive. But they're not attractive and ugly and loud.
Listen, a guy can be ugly and still attractive. The problem is, if you're not in charge, people will just focus on your appearance. Like if I just didn't talk, I'd be like this average guy. Like no, I wouldn't stand out in a crowd. I'd be like, oh, who are you, some ugly dude? But when I open my mouth, the panties drop because I know how to be in charge of a relationship. I know that over time, how you govern the relationship is the key point of attraction, not how you look. Because over time, even a good-looking guy, the woman will get bored of a good-looking guy. That should be a strong indication that looks. Look, we always tell you, looks get your foot in the door, but the way you govern a woman, that's what keeps you in the door. Guys don't know that. They're all too busy. Like, I gotta bench more. I gotta fucking get plastic surgery. I gotta get better wardrobe, and that's gonna keep the relationship going. No. Another bicep photo on your Facebook page is not gonna make your relationships smooth sailing. It's so sad. Guys think that.
I'm pretty sure they listen to me right now.
What? Are they? Oh, good. Get them. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Turn around. Let me see it. Let me see what I could dream about hitting. Let me see what I could dream about hitting. Oh, God. That long, luscious hair. Oh, God, I want to get my... Bring it down a little. I want to see, like, right, if you have the little dimples right there, because that's my... This is my weakness. My weakness is the dimples. Bring it down a little bit. Oh, you got... I thought people didn't know about it. No, I can't say. Bring them down a little bit. I want to see the dimples. You got to go down a little bit. Bring them down a little bit. No, not you. Your pants down a little bit. I got to see the dimples. Oh, yeah, see... The dimples are what does it. Those are my weakness. People don't know that, but those back. Oh, he looks so yummy. God, this cock is rock hard right now. You don't understand. Oh, those dimples. Oh, I wish they came standard. I wish they came standard on women. What's that?
Why are dimples so attractive to you?
Because I'm not sure if it's not. I don't think it's a skinniness, but it makes me think of like muscularity, or there's some kind of definition. And I like to feel solid. I know it's weird because. When I see you see porn videos or you see like rapper videos and they like that jiggly booty, like they always hit it to show the jiggliness of it. Like they're like, look at that jiggly booty and it's like wobbly. And you know, when girls twerk and it's like wobbly, I'm like, I don't want a flabby booty. I know what a flabby booty feels like. I want a firm booty. So when they like that flabby, like it's such a popularized thing. I never understood that. I'm like, what? Why do they like flabby booty?
My whole life, I never understood it at all.
They're like, I like this big ass booty. I'm like, I don't. I like a lithe girl. I like an athletic looking girl. I like a girl who keeps herself in shape. So I don't understand why guys like this. I mean, maybe good for me, more athletic women for me, but I've never understood why they like the jiggliness of it. What do they get from it? Is it just like a visual thing? Because visually, those dimples are the sexiest thing.
It's soft, I guess. You get more to hold or something.
More to hold, right? More cushion for the pushing. That was all they always say. More cushion for the pushing. There is something to that. Definitely cushion for the pushing. But I feel like when there's those dimples, I feel like you're in shape. And I feel like when you're holding, especially when you're snuggling, it feels like more of an adventure. When I'm rubbing my hand down your body, it feels more like every piece says something. Like when I'm at your chest and I rub down towards your side and I feel the transition, I feel like I'm closer to your emotions. Like when I rub my hand down, you go, like that. It feels like it's like an instant channel to your emotion. I feel like I get an instant response, instant gratifying response. And I'm rubbing down your hips and I can feel your hip. It's like an instant gratifying response. But when there's all that chunkiness in the way, it almost feels like it's disconnected from the person.
Like for me, I can appreciate other pretty women, especially thin women like me. It is something so aesthetically pleasing about it. Like, just seeing a thin woman and seeing, like, ribs, like, for me, you can see my rib cage, like, my abs, and, like, toned legs. Like, to me, it's just beautiful. Like,
well, look it's not just skinny women. I've seen women that are toned and in shape, and they got some meat on them. They're not fat, but they're just like, they got some meat on them. Even I like that because the fat to me is the barrier. To me, I look at fat like a barrier. Like, there's a fat chick, and I want to stimulate her. As a guy, I want to please her. I want to make her happy. But when I touch her, I'm touching like a barrier between us. So I don't like that barrier. I don't,
you know.
What's that?
You don't have that you're attractive.
Sorry, fatty's not into it. Listen, I like even a muscular girl. I feel like with a muscular girl, same thing like with a skinnier girl like you, it's the same thing. It's like, I mean, you're not totally skinny. You got some meat on you, but like I've had more muscular girls that they feel firm. And I feel like when I'm touching them, I'm touching them and not the barrier. I'm not touching the barrier, the insensitive barrier. Because I think fat, there is, like, the more fat you have, the more, like, insensitive you are, at least on a skin level. You don't feel that visceral immediacy that you can when you're near the muscle structure, when you're near the, and you could feel them and they respond. It's just, I mean, not just aesthetically, but also physically. I feel that like there's something wrong with the touching mechanism. There's some inhibiting factor with that touching mechanism with a fat chick. I don't know. My theory.
I can get that theory.
I don't even know what to say other than just start jerking off. I don't even know what to talk to you about. I mean, it's like, I know. Is there anything else? Any last parting words that you want to tell us about what you think about the Academy, feminism and relationships?
I like what it's doing. I think people should understand that feminism is poisonous. It hurts. It hurts everybody. It's stupid.
Any more specifics that you can think of? We know the general strokes, but I want to hear more specificity about anything you experienced personally.
All men are evil, rapists. I don't think women should. I think women should have some kind of like boundaries. I think we should be feminine. We should submit. I think that's what a woman is. I mean, I don't want, like, when people talk about equality, like, in the military and stuff like that, they say women should go to the military, do the same thing, then women should play football. And I don't want to do that. I know that I'm only 114 pounds. I don't want to go out there and get tackled or in the military have to do that stuff like that. Like,
so you're saying there's a reason why bored housewives across the world are watching 50 Shades of Grey, where a dude just totally dominates and puts a girl in.
Don't get me started on 50 Shades of Grey. That's bullshit. It's some middle-aged white woman fantasy.
No, but are you telling me there's a reason why it's so popular? Because men didn't make it popular.
No, just women.
Yeah, but what? Let's look at the nature of the relationship. It's BDSM. It's bondage, discipline. I mean,
I'm not against BDSM.
No, I'm saying it's the extreme. I mean, your relationship, if it's working properly, it is a bondage and discipline relationship, just without the leather. It's just as sexually exciting as that, but without the leather and without the straps and the whips. It's the reason why they need that is because they don't have it normally. So now they go to the extreme end where it's like extreme. You tie her up for hours, you put her in a box, you whip her, and all this like kinky, bizarre shit that comes with the BDSM community because it's so abnormal and so aggressive and so exaggerated because it's not normally done. It's not normal. There's no normal control. So it's like this absurd level of extreme control. But that's like borderline. That's what the bored housewives are missing, and that's why they gravitate towards reading 50 Shades of Grey, and that's why it's become a huge movie now.
Yeah,
there's that vacuum. There's that vacuum in women's lives. Where's the guy that's like that guy on screen who's going to take charge of me, who's going to spank my ass? Where's the guy who's going to say, I got to say, Daddy, no? Where's that guy? Oh, see, even you have the feminine giggle. That's the one thing I love about women is when they put the hand over the mouth and do that like Japanese like feminine giggle. Oh, it's so cute. It's so adorable when you glow and you glisten, your teeth are showing, and then you try to like, you like get so shy and bashful. Oh, God, there's a reason why guys love that Japanese manga bullshit. It's like that, the girl, schoolgirl. I'm being attacked by octopus tentacles. Oh, no. Oh, the giggle. Oh, so delicious. So, you think feminism is poisonous. You want a guy to be in charge of relationships. Anything else we need to learn about you?
I'm anti-fat acceptance.
Anti-fat acceptance. You're on thinspiration. You're trying to push women towards anorexia. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm not pro-anti at all. I think both sides of the spectrum are very unhealthy.
Yeah, too extreme.
It's disgusting. I mean, especially these fat accepting women, which also moved out with the feminism. They also try to make that part of feminism too, the whole fat acceptance thing. But
yeah, feminism eventually boils down to just don't offend me. It just boils down to don't offend me. Like if I'm fat, don't tell me I'm fat. Don't tell me the truth.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm anti-fat acceptance. I'm anti-haze, that health at every size.
Anti-what? Anti-what?
Haze.
What's that?
H-A-E-S. Health at every size.
Health at every size? What's that?
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Please look it up.
Haze. How do you spell that? H-A...
E-S.
H-A-E-S?
Yes. Haze.
Healthy at every size?
Yes.
Wow. What's that about?
That's about pretty much morbidly obese people saying that they're healthy no matter how big and how many problems they have. They're clearly healthy.
Gotcha.
Very anti that.
Wow, okay.
And I'm also anti this whole test monster plus size modeling bullshit. I'm anti that as well. So
Anti-plus models. You want models to look like models? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I want. And plus, she's promoting obesity. It's disgusting. You can't say that's beautiful. And she has an old F Your Body Standards hashtag on Instagram, and basically it's telling girls to like just throw all beauty out the window and just if you love yourself, then everybody else should love you too, and you're perfect the way you are and all that bullshit. And she says after beauty standards, but she's like 500 pounds and she wears like 10 pounds of makeup, has her hair done all the time, tattoos, piercings, all that. But she says after beauty standards, but she meets every other beauty standards but weight.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. We're talking about beauty standards while I'm wearing makeup. You know, it's like no beauty standards, but I'm trying to have beauty standards. It's hypocrisy.
And she wears corsets and like they Photoshop her.
It reminds me of who's that chick? Who's a feminine? Lena Dunham. She's always like trying to get naked and with her chunky self and say fat acceptance. It's a love me for who I am.
Yeah.
Ugh.
People call her a hero and shit. She's not a hero.
She's a hero for I don't know fat chicks, but my eyes. Wow. Well, it's been I don't know how educational it's been, but it's been fun for me. Just talking to you. I hope you'll come back. You're welcome to check out some of our classes if you want. You saw the tail end of our class, but you can kind of see what we do here. And even if your boyfriend needs to enroll and fix his game up so he knows how to properly get in a relationship, that's always an option. But it was enjoyable having you here, and you have a welcome guest pass. I don't know if you have an account on our forum, but I can make you one and give you.
I don't think I have an account on the forum.
Okay, I'll make you one so you can type in the chat room if you want. And if you want to join class, just send me a little PM, private message, or email, either one, and I can let you come in and observe, see what we do here.
Okay, cool.
Nice meeting you, Aaron. I hope to see you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's right.